Hello, to Abby, Blastoise, Few, Dustin Dude, Clois, and LT Bago. I've never seen so many people in the stream so quickly. Um, Clois, in particular, thank you very much for being my 100th follower. Um, appreciate that a lot. I've just started a 150 follower goal, so we'll see how long it takes to get to that. Um, Austin, hello, welcome to the stream. Um, now then, I will be playing Scrabble as per my usual weekly slot. However, we will not be playing Scrabble on Woogles.io, the website where we normally play Scrabble, at least not to begin with, because I have something else that I've been working on, which it's not ISC, Austin, uh, believe it or not. If I've set up all my overlays correctly and everything works, which is unlikely, uh, here is some Scrabble. Now the chat is on top of the rack, which I think if we put the chat over here, um, on top of the play history. That's probably the best place for it. Um, so this is Scrabble. It's a game you're probably familiar with. Um, and this is my implementation of it that I've been working on and off since last Sunday, when we had a stream with Heroin to Birds, who was playing the flipped variant of Scrabble. And we were trying to play it on Woogles, and we realised it's quite difficult because you have to keep track of which letters you flipped over, which Woogles isn't going to do for you. So I thought, well, I'll have a go at coding my own Scrabble implementation, and then I can mess around with it. So this is what I've come up with. You can play words and score points, and then your opponent can respond by playing more words and scoring more points. So far, very normal. But the interesting part is because I wrote it, I can change any part of it that I want for the purpose of trying out different variants. And here are some. And this is not the only things that I can change, but changing more than this would mean diving into the code, which might be a bit risky when I'm live. Um, so I can change the size of the rack, the size of the board. I can actually edit the bonus squares on the board. Um, I can obviously name the players. That's pretty boring. And then where you have this, this is the normal standard Scrabble letter distribution. Um, I can adjust not only the number of each tile and the amount that each tile scores, but I can add new tiles. And something I was working on just this morning is supporting tiles with multiple letters. Now, this is something that Woogle supports in the Catalan lexicon because there's an LL tile. But for example, some people have suggested that there should be a QU tile, which I can actually do. I can say we have a tile that's a QU, it scores, let's say, 10. There is one limitation to this, which is that you can't designate a blank as a multi-letter tile yet. So even if you had a QU tile, you'd have to designate your blank as a Q. That's something I'm still working on. I can turn on and off word validation. I can't. I haven't implemented challenges yet, so if I turn off word validation, you can just play anything. And also, this turns on the flip variant, which is if you don't have a blank on your rack, then once per turn, you can choose one of your tiles to designate as a blank and then use that for any tile, which is a variant that we were playing with Heron to Birds last week. Sorry, I'm missing chat here. Can you play letters sideways for style points? That is not something I've implemented yet, T-Bago. It's an interesting idea, though. Austin, it took me probably about 12 hours to get this far in total, just a couple of hours a day after work. As I say, I started on it last Sunday. It took Woogles like 6 months. Yeah, well, obviously this is not as polished as Woogles. In particular, it's not a website. You can't you can't go anywhere and play this. If we can have a game, but it will involve me typing in the plays on both sides, and you'll be able to see each other's racks. So it's not by any means anywhere near as complicated or polished as Woogles is. But yeah, it's just something I've been working on that I thought I'd show off on stream. Now, as I sort of teased in the Woogles Discord earlier, one thing that you can do is use an emoji for the tile display. In fact, you can type anything into here at all that Unicode would allow you to do. So if we want to have 100 egg tiles that stand for the letters E, G, and G, then that is a thing we can do. And if I actually do that and then restart the game, then we now have a bunch of egg tiles. Now, playing them is a little difficult because you can only play egg or eggs. And you can't designate a blank as one of these. As I say, you can only designate it as a normal letter. But for example, this is a valid play, and it counts it as the word eggs. And then going down, it would also read as egg. You should put the tile distribution I posted in variants yesterday into there. Yeah, eggy is also a valid word. But yeah, I mean this. The game is pretty much at a standstill now, unless you play off the S's. But yeah, this is just a sort of a meme. Hi there, Mike Claroni. Mike Claroni, gifter of subs himself, is here. Thank you very much for lurking. How into birds? Hello. So you may have missed the start of my introduction. Let me just quickly put it back to normal and explain briefly to How into Birds what we're doing here. I have written a Scrabble game. This is the Scrabble game. It's just a normal Scrabble game to start with, but you can adjust the rules of it to have custom letter distributions and so forth. But in particular, How into Birds, the bit that you'll be interested in is this little checkbox in the corner here that says Allow Flip. So when that is on, I can. So you see, I haven't got any blanks on my rack at the moment, but I can decide that I want to have a blank, and the game will understand that. It will designate one of my letters as a blank. It will effectively flip it over, show it as red, and I can only do that with one letter per turn, and I can't do it if I've got a blank myself. So this is effectively an implementation of the flip variant. Hello, Ruby. Thank you for dropping by. I saw you in Dustin's stream a moment ago. And hello, Aegeln. I think this is the first time I've seen you here. I believe you're another Scrabbler. So yes, I'm just showing off my. Oh, you're kneeling. Sorry. Yes, I. I need to get better at anagrams. Is a common theme of my Scrabble games, but now it's for a different reason, which is recognizing who my viewers are. So yeah, this is a fairly simple interface, but it implements all the basics, apart from challenging plays, which I haven't got around to doing yet. So yeah, How into Birds, when you came in, I was showing off one of the other things that you could do apart from flip variant, which is that you have complete control over the tile distribution and points. And people are bingoing their own names now. And in particular, something that I just got round to doing today, which Woogles does do, but doesn't offer this flexibility, which is having multiple letter tiles. So, I mean, anything. I mean, you could have a tile for any, like A, T or something. Just by doing this, and let's score 2 points, something like that. And then if I restart the game, I have these tiles that have an A and a T on them, and um, reading both top to bottom and left to right, both those letters are counted as being on that tile, which I feel has the potential to create an awful lot of different variants. Now, I will be adding more features to this. I'll be going through the Woogles Discord and looking at the variants channel, maybe picking up some of the better ideas from it. At the moment, there's no way to actually play this, as I say, on a website. All you can do is look at it on my stream. But I thought we could maybe have a couple of games of different variants where I do half the plays and then chat tell me the other plays, and I just make them myself. So apart from being able to see each other's racks, as I say, it's going to be fairly normal play, I would think. After that, there's no time limit either. I don't really think I need one. A tile that says earthquake on it. So the one problem with that is the text will be so small that you wouldn't actually be able to read it. But I mean, yeah, the game doesn't actually place any length limit on the contents of the tile. I'm just going to. Do I have a request from somebody to implement a suggestion from the Google's Discord? Oh, tile distribution you posted in variants yesterday. See if I can find that. Oh, the one where you wanted 20 Gs, 20 Bs, and 60 Rs. Well, I think if I do that, there aren't actually any playable words, so that might be a bad idea. But yes, well, yeah. So there's I forget his name. Mac has been making YouTube videos of Scrabble variants, and one of those was A scores 100 points. Oh, so you can just right. Sorry, you can make Burr and Gur. There's a serious one you posted above that. Oh, you wanted speedrun of the word transgender. Words can be played backwards. Yeah, people are coming up with lots of things in here. Oh, okay, yeah, I see. So there's two Zs, but they only score 8. Okay, yeah. So you've sort of it is semi-serious, but you've rebalanced the tile values. That's interesting. We can definitely try that out at some point. But yes, a lot of these variants have been tried. They've been tried with Quackle, I think Mac was using. So I don't have a bot hooked up to this. I could easily hook this up to Macondo. The problem with that is it wouldn't understand the variant, so it wouldn't suggest good plays and maybe not even suggest valid plays. Yeah, so I think the first thing I'll do, since that's what sort of prompted this whole thing, is just do a normal flip variant with otherwise the distribution being the same. Disclaimer that this is all going, this is all very new and subject to crashing halfway through. So if we lose the game, I do apologise. Let me put Gertrude on this side and Twitch chat on the other side, and start a new game. The Terraria transgender speedrun. Oh, because there's a gender change potion in Terraria. Yes, that's not something I've seen before. So people are talking about speedrunning now, which is nice. Spelunky. Oh, Spelunky unlock the changing room so you can change your character's gender. Yes. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, I will. This is the difficult part. This is the part where I've actually got to play Scrabble and find bingos and stuff. So I can designate, as I say, I can choose to designate one of my letters, but only one, as another letter. And hopefully, if I've coded it correctly, the game understands that and enforces me playing words correctly. So unlike with Woogles, where with Woogles you have to turn off Void Challenge in order to be able to play this mode, because you have to create nonsense words through the tiles that you've virtually flipped over. in this variant, you don't. It does it for you. Yeah, sorry, yeah. So I was using the terminology that Heron to Birds used, but it is the same as What If. I think the idea is you can turn over one of your tiles and designate it as a blank per turn. So if you almost have a bingo, then you can make it into a bingo by changing one of the letters. So it does support custom dictionaries. In fact, it's currently set to the all lexicon, which is what Emma is bot defaults to, which is any word that's in either CSW or NWL is allowed. I can set that to CSW in the normal way. And you'll notice that when you send a command to Emma, it actually updates on the screen as well to say it's CSW. One of the things I've been working on is actually integrating the define bot into the game. So the two are communicating with each other and understand what's going on. So actually, I'll give an example of that. So if I say Emma check pizzazz. So it's going to tell me that pizzazz is a valid word, but I can't play it in the game because of letter distribution. If I was then to edit the letter distribution to say that there are 100 Zs, for example, and restart the game. Sorry, Twitch chat, you're going first now, and your app looks like this. If I now check pizzazz, you'll see that it doesn't say that anymore, so it now knows that that's playable. Well, yeah. Well, don't forget it's flip, Abby, so you can flip one of those letters over to make something else if you want to. But yeah, so for example, if I check the word fish, for example, it's going to tell me that's valid. If I go back into edit mode and I tell it that there are no Fs and also no blanks, then check fish again. You see now the word fish is no longer playable because there's no way to get an F. So yeah, the bot understands what the game is doing and vice versa, which is I think quite a nice feature. But I will I will go back to normal tile set here and just flip variant. And restart the game again. Okay. So yeah. So I'll let you guys go first because it's decided to put you guys first. You can't flip a letter because you've got a blank. But there's probably a bingo there anyway. I don't know if anyone can see it. I mean, it helps you have a defined bot in stream, which I think the one thing I haven't implemented yet, which I do plan to implement, is being able to actually tell Emma is bot to make a play. So you'll be able to say exclamation mark play and then the play, and it will do it. And I meant to get that done today, but I haven't had time. Right, I must have something here. Lupus, that's a word. So I've turned one of my letters, I've turned an A into an O in order to make that. And then it's going to accept that as a valid play. It does a little heart after the play, like Woogles does. So yeah, and then the game continues like this. And if it goes as well as the one that me and Heron to Birds played, where we got bingos every single turn and ended with over 600 points each, would it let you play the blank O above to get 3 more points? Oh, sorry. Yes, I misplayed there. Yes. So I would have to place my O here and then go back and press O again to make it put the blank there. But yes, it can do that. I just forgot to get those extra points there. And yeah, I can't undo moves. I can't challenge moves. I can't step through the game underneath here like you can with Woogles once the game's complete. There's no analyzer. There's no bots. You can't evaluate plays or anything like that. So yeah, there's a lot of work still to do to make this usable. And even then, it's not a web application. It's just an application on my PC. So turning it into a web app would be a huge task. So I'm not going to do that. I just thought it would be fun to try out variants, basically. Let's. Yeah, I need to do that in order to tell it to use the C there. Well, that's yeah. So that's better because it hits a triple and scores you 98 because you've got the H on the double as well. So we'll go with that. Okay, I have a blank, so I can't. I'm not allowed to flip. Does this actually? Yeah. So, yeah, I forgot to implement the rule that you're not allowed to flip a tile if you've already got a blank. So it will let me, but I won't. As I say, this is all very new, and this doesn't look very bingo-y, this rack. But one thing that you should do in this variant is always play off your blank because then otherwise if you leave your blank on your rack, then you can't flip a tile. You're allowed to flip a tiles even with a blank. Yeah, you could play Pizzazz and Knick-Knack if you're allowed to flip tile as well as have a blank. Of course, I could just go and change the letter distribution. Dustin suggests I mean. We can just play Twitch chat against Twitch chat with this mode, of course. It's not really serious. Oh, not. Hang on. Where were you suggesting the play of Tibdits? Tibdit. Yeah, and I've only got a blank now. Oh, it was joke. Okay. Because I almost have it, but I don't. And I thought for a moment I was looking at the wrong place. I mean, I do have Tibdit using only one blank. But I would probably play the D and the B the other way around so that it's actually a word. Vowed, if that's a good move, you leave the... Oh, to leave bit. That is a good move, you're right. Sorry, I'm not good at Scrabble at the best of times, but trying to play my own variant that I've just programmed and also explain on stream and also read chat to find out what people's plays are is all a bit overwhelming. So please bear with me. If you want max open board. Oh yeah, so I should mention that is another rule of the flip variant, I think, that at least that Heron to Birds was playing, which is you're allowed to exchange once per game, but only once. So I feel like you should save the exchange for when you have truly awful tiles, although we are down 70, so maybe this would have been the time to exchange. I don't have a proper interface for exchanging. The way that exchange works at the moment is you just put some tiles on the board and then hit the exchange button. And it assumes that whatever you've put on the board is what you want to exchange. Student stunted, tussive. I don't think tussive is a word. This looks like a Dustin bingo. Well, yes, it has 4 of the letters from Dustin, and could have 5, depending on what you flip. Tussive. Oh, tussive is a word. Okay. I did not know that one. Okay. Yeah, and you'd have to play through the I. Oh, yeah, well, yes, Dustin, I trust that you've memorized all Dustin words. Was a miss, though. Okay. So, yeah, we have student or stunted by... Oh, no, not like that. Wait. Am I missing something? Where would you play student or stunted? Is unvested a word? Unvested is a word. Not like that. Like that. Unvested. No. Oh, sorry. Yeah, you'd have to flip. You have to flip 2 tiles to get unvested. Oh no, you wouldn't. Sorry. It's. I want the E and the T to be it, not the D. Yeah, the interface is still a bit finicky at the moment. Yeah, unvested. There we go. Nice find there, Cloyce. Yeah, sorry. When I type a letter that isn't on the rack, it assumes that I want to whichever one is on there first is the one that I want to use as my blank. What I need is a proper designate blank screen, so I don't. At the moment, you can only designate a blank by typing the letter in and not having it on your rack. There's a double double nobody found it, so you get 69 instead. I mean, it's got to be the best play, right? If it scores 69. What do I have here? I have something like ending in. Like I almost have Aubrietta, except I'm missing 2 letters from it. The dustiest is that's another Dustin bingo there. The dustiest. A3. I'm not sure how I would do that because I don't have many of those letters. Last turn. Sorry, yes, last turn. Yes, that would have worked last turn. Saboteur. Yeah, sorry. I'm going to be completely useless this stream and just take suggestions from chat for my plays as well as chat's plays, so it's a bit pointless. But it's all fun, you know. Rabbitine. Okay. So I know saboteur. I don't know rabbitine. I mean, I'm learning words today, which is nice. Oh. No, I'm not learning words because I can't spell. Rabbitine with an A. Oh, okay. An alternative form of rabbito. Niobate. Oh, Niobate I should know because, yeah, it's a top 100. I need to start doing proper word study. One of these days, I will study my words. I promise. See what suggestions we've got here. We've got, oh, Bassonite. Yeah, Bassonite from Austin. Do it properly, which would be a double-double. So yeah, you tend to accumulate points quite quickly in this variant, as you may have noticed. It is possible to complete almost the entire game, scoring bingos every turn. I don't think you can complete the entire game scoring bingos because you haven't got a multiple of 7 letters in the bag. Okay, so I have 2 votes for just playing egg in this position. Any preference for where I play egg? Because there's several possible places for it. Export. I remember doing the egg and spoon race at school. Does that not come under egg sport? Well, actually, here, yeah, that scores 9, whereas this scores 10. So I guess playing it through the double is better. No regorges because egg priority. That's a slang for American football. That's a great definition, Abby. As I say, we can do a custom lexicon in this. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure of the etiquette of changing the game lexicon during the game, um, but if you give me one moment here, let me. I've never actually tried to do this, so let's see if this actually works. So the definitions are from Wiktionary, so it does. There are definitions sometimes of things that aren't real words as far as Scrabble is concerned. Right. Oh, okay. Yeah. It's not going to reload the lexicon file until I restart the game. So I can change the word list, but I can't actually edit the word list while the game is open. Um, that is something I will implement actually, because the idea of adding words as I go along, just because they're convenient to play, is great. But for now, if I go here, that doesn't block any more bingos. So um, I have a chance to catch up here now that chat has gone with the blame egg. I say I have a chance to catch up. Um, I don't, because I'm not spotting any of these plays. I mean, in a real game, I would just go here for 64, which is not very flippy. American football is olive ball in Chinese. Okay, I mean it's not really olive shaped, but it's not really egg shaped either. If we're being honest here. Um, So I have a big. Oh right, yeah. So I don't need to use the queue. I was just saying, yeah, I would probably just drop that for 64 without thinking about it in a real game. Just flip an end from your bad tiles. Yes. Um, so yeah, it makes more sense to flip the queue. Um, as Austin says, would need to change it to a no. Not that. Me. If I put them on the board, I might be able to see what they are. Is this is through a letter that's already on there, I assume, because I'm not seeing a 7-letter bingo. Unless hotmail is a word. Oh, it's a 7. Okay. Hmm. I'm trying to. I mean, I can sort of mentally pretend the Q is an O just by pretending that tail isn't there. But yeah, I'm not seeing anything. Bingo of Kata. That's yeah. Neither of those things are good. I'm not seeing this bingo, Austin. If you want to spoil it, I don't mind. Quer, 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 quer. Dear. Wow. Yeah. Okay. I did not know that word. I was not going to find it. Omphali. Plural form. Okay. So it's a plural form of a word, an alternative form of a a different word, omphalos, which is an ancient stone artifact denoting the direction of the center of the world. Okay, I guess Greek, based on the suffix. Yes, I mean, to be honest, Heron to Birds, this is more or less how our flip variant game turned out, isn't it? We were just both taking suggestions from chat. Now, can I actually play that anywhere? Is the next question. Because it's a 7. Fish for. Oh, sorry, yes. Hook this convenient egg play that was left here. Wow, 100 points. Okay, sorry. I think it's partly that I'm looking one way to look at chat and one way to look at the game, and my brain is getting addled. So sorry if I'm being a bit slow with these things. Fish for oh, I've heard that word. Um, I haven't committed it to my Scrabble knowledge on the grounds that how on earth am I actually going to ever play it? Um, yeah, we're doing well with our Dustin racks today. Um, wow, Dustin rattling off those those Dustin words. Um, well, maybe we should create a variant that only has the letters D, U, S, T, I, and N. Because I mean, Dustin would just nail it the bingo every time on that one. Um, anyone detoured suggests? Okay, yeah. So flipping the S. Um, that might not be the best place to put it. I think those. I mean, that's 2 more points, but those positions are more or less equivalent. Can we do double double? Oh, is there a double double? I Oh, sorry. Yes, you're asking if we can do the double double. Obviously, detoured doesn't play through there. DE would go insane. Out peers. Wow. Oops. Out P is the D is it? E. Yeah, this interface is still a bit janky. Out peers. Yeah, I'm not used to having this caliber of anagramming ability in my stream, with the notable exception of Five Grab, who isn't here today, but would be also rattling off the bingos. Is there a variant that only uses the Urban Dictionary for legal words? So here's the thing. I could easily make one, T-Bago, but I probably wouldn't be willing to show it on stream, on the grounds that some of the Urban Dictionary words are a bit, yes. Don't click that link that Ruby's just posted. I don't know where it goes. I don't know what the Woogles bot would make of calling it Googlies. Ghoulies.oi. um, Thank you for that contribution, Ruby. Good to implement. Okay, Pokemon Scramble, 50 bonus points for playing the name of a Pokemon. Yeah, so I can implement Pokemon Scrabble in the sense that I can add the names of Pokemon to the lexicon. I mean, that's something we could do on stream right now. 50 bonus points for playing specific words from the lexicon is not something that it would support at the moment, because the lexicon is just a text file with a list of words in. So there would need to be some way to say words on this list score bonuses, which I can't do. But yeah, Scrabble, but Pokemon are valid words is absolutely a thing that we can do. Now then, do I even have anything? I must have something here, right? Change the K. Yeah, change the K to like a T or something, and I must have a bingo. I was trying to make something with the K. So that there is another sort of rule to flip variant, which is if you can help it, don't flip over the good tiles like the power tiles. So, I mean, here I flipped over a Q. But yeah, try and avoid flipping over J, Z, K, X, and so on. Iterio. E-T-E-I-O-S. It is, yes. I should really know that because it's a botany word. That must play somewhere, right? Yeah, through an E. E A E R I O S, and then put the K there as an E. No, not as an E, as a T. Still getting used to my own interface. Yeah, plays at 13G. Yes, I should play it at 13G because then I get a double. E-T-A-E-R-I-O-S-T. So is that on the high prob list? Oh, sorry, it's an 8. So well, there must be a high prob 8s list. I haven't got that far yet. Or like, okay, that's a good suggestion. Yeah. Don't worry, Heron to Birds. We're not trying to find the optimum play or anything here. This is really just an opportunity to test this program out and see if we can get through an entire game without it crashing. After which I'll move on to some slightly crazier variants. Oh dear, Twitch chat has interesting rack here. Eterio is prob 1. Yeah, because it's got 2 E's, but apart from that, it's basically the most common letters. Yeah, this rack is not good. You can't really flip one letter over to get something good. You are allowed one exchange per game, so you could exchange if you want to. You can. I mean, I don't think you have to flip a letter, so you can just do something like that. Is allowed. Axinic above night. Oh right, yeah. So Austin is suggesting that, but better. Did you want to make the F or the W into a C? I mean, that scores more than a bingo would, to be honest. So okay, we'll make the make the W into a C. Sorry, yes. And then I need to make the W into an A, not a C. Is it going to do that? Stupid game. Yeah, I need to come up with a better way of designating the blanks so that I can actually not resort to this kind of nonsense. There we go. 65 points. Yeah, we have a C. Sorry. Yeah, so what you can do in Woogles is you can drag and drop letters onto the board. And if you drag and drop a blank, it asks you to designate the blank. What I can't do at the moment is I can click on these letters and nothing happens, so I can't drag and drop them. Not sure if Few is still here, but I can play his name. In fact, I can play his name with an F on it if I want to. Except it's not a word. Also, you can hold Shift to use a blank. Okay, so that might be a good way of coding this variant. Actually, Abby, thanks for that suggestion. I've never played Woogles that way, but yes, I will change it to do that. I think I'll change it so that in order to designate a letter as a blank, you have to hold Shift while you're playing it. That would make things a lot easier. Can we play Eterio again? Well, yeah, as Abby points out, we can go here and just ignore some overlaps. Yeah, kind of running out of places to bingo on this board, assuming that Bassanite and Outpeers don't take hooks, which I don't think they do. So I could turn off word validation, but short of that, I don't think we can play that again. Bassanite. Yeah, that it would be good if that was a hook. I'm fairly sure there were no hooks on that one. Hook. Yeah, you can just put an S on the end, which makes sense. I'm trying to think what the content play here would be, assuming we don't have a bingo. 4M-ism. For 1,006 points. Oh, because I made eggs. Yeah, denary is denary. It's like that. Yeah, plural of denarius. I don't think you can have it with an E. You cannot. Okay, no. Yeah, making eggs is a good play, obviously, because it's got egg in it. So since chat made it earlier, I'll give back by doing that. Although it flips the J. Don't want to flip the J. Can't fit that, unfortunately. Bye, Ruby. Thanks for dropping by to this. Sorry, very silly stream we're having here. Good. Oh, audition. Good luck with your audition. Hope that goes well. Dinaries. What are we finding here? L8. That's an impressive find, but dinaries isn't even a word. Dyneric is not a word either. Okay. Let's play ism and eggs. And overlook the fact that I flipped the J. Yeah, I will do another stream of this in future when I've implemented some suggestions such as Abby's and made it slightly more polished. Oh, it's a word. Okay, I don't know why it wasn't letting me play it there then. But yeah, the plural of dinary is not. Well, it has a meaning, but it's not in CSW, so we can't play it. This is not a good back. When it's happens. Well, you still have your exchange available if you would like to use that. Money off. Yeah. Through the well, not almost through this O, except it doesn't fit. Exchange FFMNOY. Yeah. That sounds like a good keeping N. CS. It only has about 290,000 Cloyce, and I say only, fully aware that that's ridiculous. Okay, so you've exchanged FFMNOY, and I've picked up AEEENOR. Must have something here. Actually, I don't think I do have anything here because there's nowhere to play a bingo, unless you overlap here. Yeah, fish for Evie. Abby, if you like, after this we can do a variant where only Pokemon are valid or something like that. You did also want to speedrun playing the word transgender, but that might be something best done on Woogles, because it would just be a normal Scrabble game. So if we don't need to use variant rules, then there's no point using my rather janky interface. Exonerate through disconnected X and T. Yeah, we don't have a disconnected S and T, but that would be an amazing play if we did. Yeah, one of the variants that I would like to try, but I'm not nearly good enough at spotting bingos. would be just to increase the rack size to 8 letters, because if you have an 8-letter word on your opening turn, you would be able to get a triple double through here like that. But your opponent be able to respond with a double double if they could find a 9 through your 8. So it might get a bit crazy. Only Pokemon names would suck because there's no 2s or 3s. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I can't implement Pokemon score bonus points at the moment, but it is absolutely going on the list of possibilities. So I appreciate that. But I don't know if Few is still here. But he said he was watching without sound, so he can't hear that I'm saying this or use this redeem. But I do have a channel point redeem, which does that. Which I'm sure Few will be spamming as soon as he figures out it's there. Oh, keep track of how many Pokemon each side has played manually. Yes, we could do that, actually. Yeah, okay, we'll try that then. I'll add, after this, I'll add Pokemon to CSW. And then I'll put a little box down here with number of Pokemon played. Anyway, I'm not sure what. Do you want me to make a text file? Oh, a text file of Pokemon. I mean, I can probably find one, but yeah, actually, that would save time on the stream, Abby. If you could put that together, that would be much appreciated. Yeah, I'm going to assume I don't have a bingo here. There's a P here. E-read. Oh, yes. Sorry, Kneeling. Yeah, sorry you don't get to see some of the other things this could do. I mean, I did briefly show them at the start, the things like the different tile distribution, multiple letters in the tile, and so on. I will be showing those off on future streams. So, yes, thanks for dropping by. Does he want to try? Oh, telestrations. Okay, yeah. Heron to Birds is really pulling out all the stops on her now, not just Scrabble and code games, but also party games of all sorts going on her channel. Yes, Heron to Birds, I can raid into you after my stream if you would like. I will be at least another hour and possibly more if we come across a particularly exciting variant we want to play. I'm just. Oh, prone is not a. Yeah, I'm going to play Broaden. Roden, and then put the B on the front. Yeah, there we go. It's not a very good play. Yes, you're having a lot of fun with interactivity on your stream, Heron to Birds. I'm also trying to have fun with interactivity on my stream. It's going great, except that I'm rubbish at this game. I mean, there's a nice, convenient place to drop a Z there. I don't know if that would be your preferred play. Anyone who's still playing this, it's not flipping a letter. I realise that, but I don't think you have to flip a letter in this variant. It's just oh, you want to play a double Z word? Yeah, that's a good point actually. I don't think there is one. Oh. Thanks, Emma. Emma's bot is useless. Oh, Raz is good. Okay. But does it play anywhere? Oh, Raz and Zoe. Sorry, yes, I see what you're saying. Raz. Let's get you the extra points for doing that rather than the other way around. There we go. Double Z word played. You don't see that much in Scrabble. Excuse me while I cheat. No hooks. The Revolutionary. Thank you for the raid. Thank you for dropping by and checking out my stream. Ophelia, I thought you might be behind this. So yes, we are playing Scrabble today, although it's not any ordinary Scrabble. This is actually a Scrabble game that I've programmed myself. And because I programmed it myself, I can implement all sorts of weird rules for it, such as, for example, saying there's 100 Z's in the bag, or playing a T scores 1,000 points or something, or adding words that aren't real words. So this is just an excuse to have a bunch of fun with different Scrabble rules. Memify is not a word. That's coming soon to CSW 24. We might hope. But yes, hello Ophelia, hello the Revolutionary, and hello the raiding party as a whole. Yeah, if Emma finds a definition, I can play it. I mean that's every game of Scrabble, if we're honest here. Yeah, memify is sadly not a word. Although should be, I agree. Refire me. Should I try and set up Twitch chat for a triple? And that's no problem, Ophelia. Don't feel you have to keep to any particular schedule, and it's late now for you, I know. So I'm sure you'll be heading out soon. That's no problem. Well, I mean, I'm losing, but the point of this particular game was never to win. You may notice there's a lot of tiles highlighted in red on the board. So the way that this variant works is every turn you're allowed to flip over a tile and have that tile stand for whatever letter you want. So, for example, here I don't have an R, but if I want, I can just flip over one of these E's and decide this is an R now in order to play a word. And as you can see, we've been doing that quite a lot throughout the game. Just going to play something. I mostly want to get to the end of the game just to make sure that this program actually handles ending the game correctly. Non-focal. Oh, wait. Well, it means what we thought it meant. That's an 8. Does it play anywhere? Don't think so. But good find regardless. Yeah, it doesn't fit. Yeah. No. Focal. Is there anything hooking 10 and Anna at the bottom? Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, we can do that. Nanflan. You're going to raid and fade? That's fine by me. The Revolutionary, thanks for dropping by. Yeah, Nano is 21. No bingo. You could even flip over an F to use as an N to get rid of it. Yeah, because non doesn't go there, so it's got to be NA something. Yeah, and ANO isn't a word. Normal nano. We'll do normal nano. Sounds like a plan. Do I have nonsense? Oh yeah. By the way, the you'll notice this says unseen tiles 2, but there are 5 tiles here. Yeah, it's a bit buggy still. This is what I was worried about. Play 50 to automatically score 50. It only scores 17. That must be a bug. I'll have to get that fixed. Well, let's do it anyway. Yeah. So okay. Yeah, you've got FNGLS. So it was telling the correct tiles that the opponent had. It just wasn't displaying the correct text up here. So I can fix that fairly easily, I think. You've now got fuglnas, but you haven't got any vowels. No time left in the game to fish for. Well, yeah, there's unlimited time, but we've used all the tiles, unfortunately. I mean, there's no reason in theory why something like Super Scrabble wouldn't work with this program, because I can change the board size and I can increase the number of tiles. One thing I haven't implemented yet is quadruple word score and quadruple letter score. So you can't actually reproduce the Super Scrabble board exactly. A11 fling. Are you going to have FY as a word, Cloyce? Because that doesn't work. Oh, hang on, I didn't put the S as the I. There we go. Okay. So yeah, so okay, it does work. Game ended. Twitch chat wins. So did it deduct my? Yeah, okay, yes, it deducted my score correctly. So I had EO left it -2 off that. Give me 405 to 508. Okay. Just put two. Yeah, two double words in the corner would effectively do it. So yeah, we successfully played the game through my interface, which was nice. And the flip variant bit. The only bit that's awkward is no, it didn't give the opponent 2 points. It's playing. Yeah, it's playing the rules as they appear in the actual Scrabble instructions that came with my Scrabble board, which say you just lose points for your tiles at the end, not the tournament rules where you gain twice the points. But one of the things I'm going to do is have that the scoring be an option that you can change. Yeah, so I'll have things like how many passes, how many consecutive scores of 0 before the game ends, so you can replace 6 pass with a different pass rule, things like that. How many points a challenge is worth if challenges are worth points, all that sort of thing. I'll add. Yeah, okay, Abby, that makes sense. Yeah, so I need to have a +2, which I haven't done. But you won by 103 regardless, so never mind. Did you have that list of Pokemon, Abby? Because I will. Let me go back to the edit screen. If we turn off flip variant. Oh, it's in the variants Discord. It's very organised. Yeah, it doesn't have to be in alphabetical order, but download that. I believe if I just put this at the end of CSW as my custom rule set, I'll leave export in there as well because I might as well. If I do that, did you want to play with a different tile points or letter distribution, or shall we just do Pokemons? Cute. Should we put an egg tile in? I'm going to throw in an egg tile. Good luck to anyone who draws it. And thank you very much, Raven Black 3733 for following. Welcome in. We're playing some very weird Scrabble variants right now. Egg. Egg, I think we agreed should be worth 6. So right, there's an egg tile in there. Any other tiles that people want? Actually, let me try. We'll try having QU instead of Q as well. There we go. You added Pokemon missing no. Oh no, you've got to have missing no. I'll add it myself. Missing no. That is a valid Pokemon. Okay, so we have a custom word set with Pokemons in it. We have that. It's not really me versus Twitch chat. I think this is going to have to be a collaborative thing because I don't even know half the Pokemon. We'll leave the other things the same. Continue with that. I need to put Emma back into custom. Oh yeah, you versus Cloyce. That will work. Let me. In that case, change this. Abby versus Cloyce. I need to change the list to custom. Let me just make sure that I did that correctly. I'm gonna check. What? Okay, that didn't work. Oh, I have to. Sorry, I have to restart the game. Hello, Ravenblack. Thanks for dropping by. We are playing Scrabble, as you may have noticed, but we are playing Scrabble with some quite crazy variants. The game we're about to start is Pokemon are valid words, and they score bonus points. So you're welcome to play, but you'll just have to drop suggestions in chat, and then hopefully we'll pick up on them. So yes, again, thank you for joining us. I actually need to restart the game in order to pick up the new word list. So let me do that. Yeah, being able to change the word list mid-game is something I'll need to implement as well. Oh, you versus Close was a joke. Well, oh yeah, you're gonna get the Emma. Emma Bot is going to say, sorry, I'm late every time I start the thing again. So Emma list custom. Emma Scrabble. Yes, you can actually start and stop the Scrabble game via chat using that command. That is something that I have implemented. What I haven't implemented yet is actually making plays through chat, but I do intend to do that. So we now have the custom lexicon. I unfortunately need to go back and put the. You can do this through chat as well. You can pretty much do everything that MMBot can do can be done through chat. I need to go and put the egg tile back in. I don't currently have a way to save variants, which is unfortunate because it means I have to go back and set everything up every time. That's obviously something I will be implementing. So we have one egg tile. We're also going to try, that was going to be 6. We're going to QU, which is going to be 11 points. Word validation on. I'm going to call this Abby versus Cloyce, but everybody feel free to drop in. And I need to start the game again in order to get the custom letters to show up. So yeah, if you look at the letter distribution, you'll see the egg tile and the QU tile are in there. Yeah, sorry, I had to start it again to get these extra tiles to show up. So one thing to note about my implementation is you do have infinite exchanges. The game doesn't end after 6 passes at the moment, so if you want to spend the game exchanging until you get a Pokemon, you are allowed to do that. Right, I need to add the Pokemon scores. Let me. I'm not going to add it to the game interface because that would take too long. But fortunately, Twitch Studio also lets you do stuff like this. So we can keep track of how many Pokemon each side has played. Yeah, that almost looks reasonable. Right, so I'll probably sit out actually playing this myself unless I spot something particularly good. But yes, if Abby and Cloyce and anyone else in chat who wants to contribute between you, if you'd like to suggest plays, then please go ahead. 8G Doi to fish for Eevee. Okay, that seems good. Abby has you could fish for Squirtle, I think, with this rack. Drawn the QU. Few. Few apparently is canoeing on a lake, which is not something I expected Few to be doing, but hope he enjoys that. Fish for Ray. Good luck with that. I mean, you've got a blank. Squirt. Yeah, the problem with that is that whoever draws the LE first is going to get it. But shall I go with this? Fish from. We're nowhere near Magikarp. Right, I played Squirt. You did not hit the fish for Eevee, unfortunately. We didn't draw an E resign. I haven't added a resign button, unfortunately, so you can't. I can exchange everything except the E's and the V's again if you want. That's not a word. Yeah, cart is good. Here? 12G cart. Okay. I think I'm just gonna. Hello, Andrew MW. Welcome to the stream. So what this is, we are playing Scrabble. You are probably familiar with, but this is this program you can see on my stream is a Scrabble game that I've written myself, and I've set it up so that we can have all kinds of crazy variant rules. So we can do things like change the distribution of letters, change the set of words that are valid to play. But we can also add our own tiles to the tile bag. And yes, we've decided that rather than being stuck with a Q and having to hope you draw a U tile, we'll just put the Q and the U on the same tile. But we also have this egg tile, which stands for the word egg. It's an in joke, but yeah. So you can play the word eggy by doing that, and you were very fortunate to have an open Y when you drew that because there's not a lot of words that you can play that have egg in them. By the way, you still haven't drawn Eevee. So the other thing we're doing in this game, Andrew, is Pokemon are all valid words. So we were hoping here we could play Squirtle, and we're hoping to draw Eevee to play that as well. But what about Chi? Well, yeah, so you can't play Chi in this variant, or well, you can if you draw a blank, and then you can use the blank as a cue. But yeah, I mean, I'll show Andrew quickly actually what the edit screen looks like. If I bring this up, So there's all sorts of things I can change. I can change the design of the board, the size of the board, how many tiles you're allowed to have on your rack, whether or not the words have to be valid. I can change which tiles we have, how many of them there are, how much they're worth, and I can also change the dictionary, although that's not on this screen. Right, we have some suggestions coming in. 13F non is a suggestion from Cloris. Fish for Unova. Venonat to an AT. Right, but there's no AT. So the other thing I've done, Andrew, so I have a definition bot in chat. So if you type !Emma and then ask it to define a word, it will give you a definition. But yeah, we've added Pokemon to the dictionary. So Charizard is a valid word. It doesn't know the definition of Pokemon, but it knows that they're valid words. Oh wow, Andrew, thank you very much for subscribing with your Prime sub. I think that's the first Prime sub I've had. That's much appreciated, especially for someone who's only just dropped by my stream. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy this content. I know it says Abby and Cloyce up here as our two players, but we're not playing this as a serious game, so do feel free to suggest any plays that you see. Jigglypuff is in Wiktionary. Why doesn't it have a definition? So I only pulled the definitions from Wiktionary for CSW words. I think no, I did pull some others as well. But just play non to continue the Eevee fish. Yeah, that sounds reasonable. So that. So far, nobody's managed to play any Pokemon. But yeah, there are still well. You wouldn't normally know this, but we know that Abby has an E on their rack, so there are only 8 more E's in the bag, but still, you'd think you were going to be able to draw one. Fish for Wob Buffet. I think you'd have to play Buffet and then extend it. I think would be the only reasonable way to play that. Yeah, this is where it would help if I knew Pokemon. I know most of the Gen 1 Pokemon. I have absolutely no idea about any of the generations past that. So Fetid is a good play if you're not trying to fish. Oh, okay. Yeah. H12 anti. Yeah, that would allow Eevee. Yeah, well, that's a good play if we're just trying to collectively make lots of Pokemon. It's obviously a bad play if it was a competitive game because you would be handing Eevee to the other player. But I mean, it's up to you which way you want to play it. I don't mind either of those. Yeah, whoever gets an L with their E has an easy play of Squirtle. G3 Fetid because that still allows Eevee. Okay. Yeah, we'll go with that. And I guess you want to play Eevee now. Andrew, you possibly didn't catch this, but the variant we're playing here is we've added Pokemon to the dictionary, but in addition to that, if you play a Pokemon, you score 50 bonus points on top of what you would normally score. And I haven't actually implemented that into this software yet. So in the corner of the screen, you can see counters for how many Pokemon have been played. Any preference for which side of the E you want to play, Eevee? I don't think it makes much difference. It's going to be 16 points either way. Oh yeah, we need to fish for Abby's name. Yes, that's true. Yeah, unfortunately, I have 2 Pokemon enthusiasts in chat here. Possibly more than 2. I don't know if anyone else is still lurking. I'm just going to go ahead and play it here, I think. There we go. So I need to update the text here. Not that text, this text. I'll put the number of points. So we agreed that each Pokemon would be worth 50 bonus points. Yeah, the blue team. Oh, I haven't. Yeah, I haven't pluralized the Pokemon names. Um, so yeah, blue team now have 102 points, not 52. D for Mew. Ah, yes. Now that was already in the dictionary as the noise that a cat makes, but we will count it as a Pokemon as well. Um, so do that, and then we need to 50 points for Pokemon on that side as well. um, and I guess you want to play Squirtle in this. Yeah, Leggy is a valid word, but we have something better here because we have a Pokemon. um, yeah, I haven't implemented plurals of Pokemon. You can't play Squirtles, which is a shame, but we can play Squirtle. Giving the blue team another 50 points, putting them on 170 to 120. Is the egg tile better or worse than the Q? It has 4 entire 2-letter words. It does, yes, but you can't use it for parallel plays like you can normal 2-letter words because it doesn't hardly any words have egg in them. And it only scores 6, whereas the Q scores 10. But yes, interesting discussion. Which is worse? Yeah, well, yes, in Pokemon variant, egg gains 2 additional words. I don't know if Dustin is still here because we have 4 letters from his name, so he must know what's playable here. Anyone got any ideas? Yes, exactly, close. That's what it would look like. Well, that's unfortunately not playable because we put the egg here, so it's blocked by these other plays. But yes, that would be a bingo. Fish for grubbin. Is that a Pokemon, T-Vago? It is. Okay. Well, we can fish for grubbin if you'd like. Close to Durant through AN, but it doesn't. Oh, here, yes. Yeah, it wouldn't fit because the D would have to be here, and you don't have it anyway. Yeah. Well, yeah. So if we want to fish for grubbin, we should. Don't need these letters. So we could exchange those or just play them somewhere. Does anybody have any preference for what we do? Keep UBIN. Yeah, 14E bunt. Oh yeah, we only need one N. That's 14E bunt. No, 14E bunt. That's a good play actually. Well spotted, Abby. King Co and Anne there. But yeah, I don't know if we want to get rid of the B. It's a good play that doesn't fish for Pokemon. why would we make good plays when we can fish for Pokemon? I suppose if a Pokemon is 50 points, then fishing for a Pokemon is only like fishing for a bingo. So if the situations where you wouldn't fish for a bingo, then you score instead. Then I suppose you'd score instead in this round. Oh, it fishes for a different Pokemon. Okay. Shall I go with this then? Let's do that. Okay. I mean, although it's a plural Pokemon, Muse is allowed because it's a word anyway, so you can do that. We have anything here? Fish for Mag. This whole game is going to be people fishing for Mag. Yeah, not far off. That's an 8 though, so you'd need somewhere to play it. So something to play it through. Yeah, you'd have to set up a play first. You've never actually played it. Well, I mean, yes, as a Scrabbler, I suppose, yeah, memorizing words is what you do. So I can see why somebody would challenge you to that. Um, I would say it's probably better to learn the top 100 sevens than learn Pokemon, but each to their own. Hello, Liawi77. Um, welcome to this rather crazy game of Scrabble where Pokemon are not only valid but score bonus points. Um, oh, you're learning what they look like as well. Okay, not just the words. Sorry, yes. Um, yeah, so Croagunk is a Pokemon. Again, a lot of the Pokemon, the thing is, their names are so long that actually playing them in Scrabble is quite difficult. Um, although, yeah, I see. I could increase the rack size for future games, um, which would obviously allow more fishing of longer words to take place. Um, yeah, I mean, assuming you're going for Pokemon and not just good players, I don't really see anything because I don't know what Pokemon there are. That's not a word, is it? Um, yeah, quite a few Pokemon with multiple Zs. So we do still have one blank that could be used for a Z. I suppose I could have added a Z to the letter distribution to allow for the additional Zs in Pokemon name. Um, oh, yeah, sorry, yes. Yes, I could have left flip turned on, that's true. Um, actually, I wonder, I might be able to turn that on mid game. Let me see. If I do this now, does that work? Okay, yeah. I've just turned on flip. um, so if you see anything that's playable with flip, you can do that as well. Yeah, okay. Good to know that that works. Um, but yeah, I mean, just while you're thinking, I'll just say, oh yeah, almost category now with the flip. That's a good spot. Heron to birds. Um, some of the other things I'm sort of thinking of possibly doing with this variant, I might. I mean, I don't want to feel like I'm stealing from someone else, but I might copy some of the variants that Mac has done on his YouTube channel. So things like this 20 blanks or A scores 100 or things like that. I might also try um, a low score variant where the objective is to score the lowest score possible, and I think you're only allowed to exchange 3 times per game. I might also try something like um, the maximum word length you can play is 3 or 2 or something like that. So you can only play tiny words and possibly have a smaller rack size as well. Um, Carry-ons. Wow. That's an incredible spot there. No, it's good. That is a word in. I don't know if it's Collins only. Check carry-ons. Yeah. It's what happens when you have a proper Scrabble player. Um, I mean, it's not a Pokemon, but who needs 50 for a Pokemon when you get 82 for that? Um, uh, oh yeah, levy is a word, but not with the 2 e's. You can't put an L on that, unfortunately. Um, no, you completely failed to hit Servine. Um, even not even flipping doesn't help with that. Yeah, you can have you can have TV. That's a word. Presumably just meaning television. Uh, yes. Okay. Um, I mean, you'll have a bingo here, but um, 7 Goals. I want to repeat the fish. Yeah, that makes sense. I don't? No, okay. So, when you say players in chat, I assume you mean you want to make them. But fish for survey. Yeah. I will eventually, as I say, implement. I will eventually implement something where you can do like Emma play 04 callings, like that. But yeah, that doesn't exist yet. 04. Oh right, yeah. That's no, not. Sorry, we're back to janky flip variant callings. There we go. This might now that we've enabled flip, this might just turn back into flip rather than Pokemon. Vanillish. Yes, Ophelia. Sorry, I thought you'd already gone. Thank you for staying, and yes, sleep well, and we will try to enjoy whatever this is. Jinx. Yeah, you just have Jinx here with the flip. So, does that play anywhere? Yeah. Oh, through the Y. Yeah, to make that. L10 Jinx. I mean, this is looking good for blue team because they've just landed another Pokemon, giving them 150 Pokemon points. Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, it's not in Collins. Actually, oh sorry. Yeah, when this is possibly something else I should fix. When I'm using a custom dictionary, it doesn't do the $ and the hash sign and tell you which Scrabble dictionaries it's valid in. It just gives you the validity in your current word list. 15A. Ah, right. You found another. That's not a Pokemon I recognise, but I'm going to take your word for it that it is. So 15A. Latios. Oh yeah, with not using the. There we go. That was a good find as well. If anyone gets Crabominable, they just win. Yes, I mean that's very difficult to even get because even abominable is a 10-letter word. So somebody would have to play able, then it would have to be extended to abominable, and then crabominable, unless you had exactly CRABOM. No, yeah, even then it'd be too long. Wait, you got away with Pokemon in a rated game, Dustin? Okay, I'm impressed. Especially 2 in the same game. That's amazing. Right, sorry, I just need to update. Red team now have 2 Pokemon, so that goes 100 points. Fish for abominable. Yeah, that would be quite the setup, especially set up the way that Cloyce is showing it there. Chop. Oh yeah, we have Chop. Does that play anywhere? Don't think it does. So you want to try and I didn't know that was a Pokemon. That one plays then, doesn't it? Because you could go like there. And possibly there are better places for it. You're getting very good at finding Pokemon on the Scrabble board, I have to say. So is this the play, or somewhere else? I think that's the play. Okay, we will go with that. So that's 4 Pokemon now from the blue team. So the score is 394 to 291. Yeah, well, yes, it's obviously valid because it let me play it. I have still got word. This is the good thing about this having it like this rather than just using, because to have Pokemon be valid, you could just use Woogles with word validation off. But this way, at least the game does validate what you're doing. You don't have to sort of coordinate between each other to challenge. B9 Luigi. Yeah, I was about to ask the same thing, Clovis. This is yeah, Abby who introduced themselves to me on Discord saying I'm terrible at Scrabble. I haven't even learned the top 100 bingos yet, and it's pulling Pokemon out of thin air. I'm assuming that's also a Pokemon. In which case we get these names are just in your brain. I suppose, especially if they're Gen 3, I guess, and you've just learnt them, then that would help. Let's do that. 150 Pokemon points for the red team. Oh, they're Gen. Oh, right, you've just done the Gen 2 quiz. Okay, and those are Gen 2s. Yeah, as I say, my knowledge of Pokemon ends at Gen 1. Many years ago, when I was younger, I did play Pokemon. It doesn't seem that long ago that there were just 151 Pokemon and that was it. And it didn't seem like there needed to be more at the time, but this is what happens with these things. Zorua. Check Zorua. Oh, by the way, as you may or may not have noticed, you don't have to put Emma in front of the Emma commands anymore. So instead of Emma Emma define, you can just do define. That only works in my channel. If you take Emma as bot into a different channel, you still have to put the Emma on the front so that it can cooperate with other Emma bots. 12A zinc, but make the second eye a blank. Okay, so I think I have to do. I need to put these tiles over here so that it lets me use one of the eyes as the N. Then I need to remove these tiles and do that. So this is what Close is saying. Sorry, it's just a little awkward for me to play it. So keep AEIO fishing for a Pokemon, I guess. Let's go with that. Weedle. Weedle. Yeah, Elo is not a word, so you can't put it here. Does it play anywhere? Yeah. At some point I need to get some sort of analysis or bot into this program because I just love the idea of turning on analysis mode and just seeing a list of Pokemon that can be played. Yeah, calling's kind of blocked things a bit. Although, yeah, Weedles wouldn't be valid because we didn't add plurals. Can we? Yeah, but Beldum is a Pokemon. Beldum. We're determined to find the Pokemon in this position is what this has become. So yeah, you can't hook an a U, but you can hook a U. Oh, C. Well, yeah, seal fits somewhere. I would assume, yeah, here. So we can just do seal if you want. Yeah, there's actually no letters that you can hook low at the start. So this is annoying. This bit here. Those are all hooks on the end of low that Emery's bot is giving you there. Seal fits in several ways. You can also play 7L seal. Yes, that's true. Oh, Bewdew. I never thought there could be so many Pokemon in one rack. But that's got to be the best one, right? Because that's 55. Okay. Dustin is yeah, 105 point play once you account for the bonus. So that's going to go up to 200. Red team have pulled it back here and are now in the lead. Nice find there, Dustin. Yeah, I've just drawn this again. Okay, and maybe I will actually remember this word now after the stream because I keep drawing it. I don't even need to swap any. I don't even need to flip any letters over this time. It's just good. Emma draws a rigged. I mean, this should be random. Like this is the tile draw algorithm just picks a random letter from the bag and then removes it and then picks another random letter from the bag and so on. So it should be random. There might be a reason it isn't that I haven't thought of. Froakie. Yeah. Well, it looks like we've got at least two Pokemon, Abby, because Cloyce has found this one. Oh, on the rack, yeah. So, T on the rack. But we've got this F. Yeah, the F is a good find. 20. I like this play. I'll go with this one. So, Pokemon score goes up to 250. Oh, you've been fishing for that. Sorry, yes. So you're scoring almost as much through Pokemon bonuses as you are with actual points. Yeah. So there's no rule that we can't just play the same Pokemon twice. That's entirely valid within the rules of this challenge. I don't know if you'd rather play it here so that you can hook it for the triple. Yeah, we'll do that. So we've played 10 Pokemon so far this game, which is more than I thought we would. I didn't think that would be possible. Okay, 2 of them were Eevee, but never mind. Oh, sorry, I think Dustin had another suggestion. Never mind. This is not a Pokemon. I just wanted to show off my because it will hook TV. So it's actually quite a good play because it goes to this triple. Gen 10 fire type starter reveal. Shiftry is actually a Pokemon. Shiftry. Yeah, I mean there's still a blank lurking which you could fish for if you wanted to, but yeah, this is still broken. It says 8 tiles unseen, which is obviously wrong. There are not 8 tiles unseen. There were 11 tiles unseen. Or fish for Haunter. Yeah, which you have 5 of the letters for. and would also play nicely on this triple. But Shiftry would play on this triple, and we're even closer to that. So, do you want to fish for one or other of those Pokemon? Trapinch. Oh, that almost plays. You just need a C and more space to play Trapinch. Not such a good play for here. What do you reckon? Which should you fish for, or should I play Shitter? For 84. Yeah, I don't see any. Well, there's probably other normal, boring, non-Pokemon bingos. I like Shift Tree, I think, the best out of those. It does mean fishing for Y. I'm playing off the N. And dice. Oh. N. We can't play hentais though because it doesn't fit. Surfetched. Yeah, not far off that one either. Although that is a 9, so that would be difficult. Was Dustin just naming Pokemon now? Shall I fish for the blank? Oh. Oh, wait. Is that a Pokemon? Okay. Wow, there's a Pokemon there all the time. Oh, it's a normal word. Okay. Yeah, I'm going hentais. Yeah. Oh, okay. Emery's bot doesn't have a definition for it for some reason, but never mind. Senior. That's not a word though, is it? Sthenia. Oh, sorry. Yes, it's a word. Yeah, it's a Collins word. It's not a Pokemon word. Okay. Well, do you want to play the word and forego the Pokemon? What do you want? Bingo or fish? And if we bingo, we'll obviously bingo with a hentai anagram because why not? Or hentai, keeping SR or keeping the H if you'd rather. I don't know. It's a very close game. You're level on Pokemon and only 2 points different on score somehow after all this. Shall I fish or shall I play off the play the bingo? Using the H is okay. To ensure we play at least one poke. Do you want me to keep RS or keep the H? Using the H is fine. Okay, we'll do that. So yeah, since that's a Pokemon, we will this up to 300. 13L XATU for 3 points. Plus, obviously, if you had an actual X, that would be a great play. Plus 50. Also, WTF? What are you WTFing about, Dustin? Use it. Oh, there's an X here. Yeah, well, I mean, this is also a blank X, so um, it doesn't. That scores 4. The actual X is well, it will be on the blue player's rack. It's not unseen; it's on the rack now. But this should say opponent's tiles now because there's only 6 left. It's the title is bugged. Top, which yeah, you almost have, except you don't. Do you have all the letters for do duo, but yeah, it doesn't fit. Well, I'll go with XATU then. No, it's not valid in cons. So we can play it here for 4. Or we can play it here for 3. Gotta get that extra point, right? So, should I play this here? Or do you have another play? Things scrolled past. Yeah, probably that. Okay. So that was a Pokemon. I know there's this meme of there's always Pokemon to find in Scrabble because it's come up on Josh's stream so much. But yeah, yeah. Unfortunately, there's not another U to repeat it up here. Yeah, you've played 12 Pokemon, and ultimately the Pokemon points have proven to be completely irrelevant because both sides have got 300, and it just comes down to the actual score. Close to Haxorus, yes. Haxors. Haxor Squirtle. Yeah. And don't forget making eggs as well. In fact, Haxor Squirtles to use the S, the final S, as an outplay. Okay, so yeah, I don't think there's any Pokemon to be found here. So shall we just play something? I guess using the X for points, like up here maybe. Froakies. Yeah, we got no vowels now, which doesn't help. We can only play through one vowel. We can flip a second vowel. Oh, hi there, Blue Felly. Yeah, so we're playing Scrabble, but we're playing Scrabble variant where Pokemon are valid words. We can flip tiles to create extra blanks. There is an egg tile, which stands for the letters E, G, and G, and also the Q and the U are on the same tile. So yeah, this is a fairly crazy game we've got going here. So is okay, yeah. Dustin is suggesting Pokemon that don't play. Yeah, it's a bit ridiculous. Still have Doduo but can't play it anywhere. Yeah, egg. Obviously, the egg meme had to make an appearance. So Exo up here. We'll do that. So yeah, we are very close to playing Doduo. There's just not a spare O or U to play through. do duo do Oh, well, yeah. I've only got 4 tiles, so it would have to be Dodo Jinx, not Dojo Jinx. Um, oh, somebody's. Yeah, Bipod isn't a Pokemon, is it? That's just an outplay. um, so I don't think I missed any Pokemon. Um, so yeah, congratulations, Blue Team, I guess. Congratulations, both of you, and Dustin, and anyone else who contributed. Sorry if I forgot your names. For finding 12 Pokemon in a Scrabble game, um, with the assistance of Flip Variants. Hello, Can Hellas? Is that how I say your name? Um, Welcome to the stream. Thank you for checking out our rather crazy Scrabble game. Um, so, for you and anyone else in the chat who I haven't explained it to yet, this is Scrabble, except it's a Scrabble game that I've coded myself. So I've put in a bunch of extra rules for making weird variants. The game we've just played, all Pokemon are valid words, and playing one gets you 50 bonus points. Also, on each turn, you can flip over a tile to make an extra blank. There is an egg tile, which stands for the letters E, G, and G, and there is a QU tile instead of a Q. And yeah, there's much more besides that this program can do. So a lot of fun can be had. Now I know we're up to 2 hours, which is the length of time I normally stream for. However, I've only done 2 games this stream because of all the weird stuff we've been doing. I would quite like to do another variant of some sort. Abby is suggesting transgender speed run, which would be a slightly quicker thing to do. So that sounds like a good idea. Clovis wants Scrabble with 100 M's. I can probably fit both of those. I mean, if you're all good to stay for a few more minutes, we can probably fit both of those things in. The transgender speedrun we can just do on Woogles, so I'll switch to Woogles afterwards. But for the only M's variant, so just to clarify, Cloyce, you're saying that you want just M tiles, is that correct? So like 100 M's? A bag with 100 M's. Okay, I guess M's still score 3. Do you still want 7 letters on the rack and so on? I suppose it doesn't really matter. I'll have to turn off flip because otherwise you could flip your M into something else. And I'll leave word validation on, obviously, because otherwise you could just play 7 M's every turn. This is probably going to be weird. Let's give it a go. So I need to say that to restart. Okay. Oh yeah. Well, actually, yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that next, Abby, because I think this is going to be quite short. Because yeah. I mean, your options are or because is not a word. And then obviously, the best play here is surely and then the best response to that is and now we can't play anything. So blue team wins. Well, actually, yeah, I suppose that's not the best response for the red team because they lose. Yeah, player 1 wins now. Okay. In that case, right. So this what's the optimum second play then? Is it an overlap like this to make a staircase for 9? Or is it just going like this? Because that's only 4 points. So, okay, let's say we staircase, and then the next so we can staircase again for 12. Or, yeah, because that's only 9. That's 15. But then if we do this, then when you get to the bottom of the staircase, you run out of plays. Okay, 10F. Oh, 10F. Okay, so there. here. Oh no, that's right. Yeah, that's not valid. So we can only do that for 9. Or yeah, there's no place here or here. That's still valid, but it's only 7. 7G. 7G. You can't do 7G because that's 4 M's. Yeah, so the playing at 10F blocks the 15-point play. So you'd have to do this, I think. And then, so now the options are going here or going here or here. Oops. So I guess here for 12 would be best. It's gonna, but then it just comes down to who gets to the bottom of the staircase first, I think, because then the next person has to go here, and then they just another staircase. Okay, I didn't realize there was so much strategy to Scrabble or Scrumble. Because yeah, sooner or later you're going to end up with this, and then well, you'd have to just there because doesn't play, and at that point, your opponent is forced to go here because that's the only other opening. So now you have a choice of or this sorry, this I must sound so stupid on the stream. This is 3 more points, so I feel like that's better. Oh, 6. Oh, sorry, I didn't see 6H. Sorry, I've played here now. Yeah, because then you would avoid this. You'd avoid staircasing. Because this is basically going to mirror the other direction now, isn't it? We're going to end up doing that and then that. Sorry, I'm not actually looking at these blades, but yeah, you end up with something like that, and then you're blocked once you get that far. So yeah, red would just take the because doesn't play. I mean, you could do this with Zs as well, Abby. It would work out exactly the same, except that because ZZ isn't a word, then also there's no way to there's no 6-pass yet, and there's no way to resign. So at the moment, all you can do is this. Well, you can also exchange So yeah, all Z Scrabble ends. But it doesn't end in 2 moves. Because you could end up it would end in 4 moves. You would go like there, and then there. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, it wouldn't end in 2 moves. Anyway, yeah. I thought that was going to be a bit silly. Abby, did you want to play a game with your proposed letter distribution, letter point? Well, actually, it was distribution as well. Yeah, Abby, do you want to play a game with your point letter distribution? So if I reset this, oh, you haven't mentioned blanks. Are there still 2 blanks worth 0? Oh, just something you came up with. Well, yeah, I mean that's fine. 2 blanks like usual. So 2 blanks worth 0. And then we've got 9 A's worth 1, 12 E's worth 2, 8 I's, 5 N's, 6. Oops. Oh, I can't scroll. I'll change the values. That's something I need to fix. 6 R's, 7. Oh, 3 more S's. I didn't notice that before. 3 more S's would be interesting. That makes S's a bit more, well, less valuable, a bit more easy to play off. Like you don't feel you have to hold it. L now scores 2, and there's still 4 of them. O scores 8. Sorry, O scores 2, and there's 8 of them. U scores 2, and there's 4 of them. C is still 3, and there's now 3 of them. D is 5 that score 3. H scores 3, and there's 3. G now scores 4. Okay, Axotypo might appreciate buffing the G to 4 points. M is 3 M's, 3 points. P, 2 P's. Oh, no, sorry. M is 4 points. G is 4 points. P is 4 points, but there's only 2 of them. B is 5 points. Oh, hang on. Sorry, I just realised I've been putting the things in the wrong columns. Yeah. Even I don't know how to use this stupid program. Let me do this properly. 9 A's, 12 E's. Okay, I did this bit right. 5 N's, 6 R's, 7 S's, 7 T's, 4 L's, 8 O's, 4 U's. The Q is, yeah, there's no QU, it's still just a Q. Let me fix that. No egg tiles. Also no egg tiles. Let's get rid of that. C is 3 points. D is, yeah, okay, I did this wrong. 5 D's worth 3, 3 H's worth 3, 3 G's worth 4, 3 M's worth 4, 2 P's worth 4. There we go. 2 B's worth 5, 2 F's worth 5, 2 Y's worth 5, 1 K worth 6, only 1 V instead of 2, and it's buffed to 6 points. Same with the W. 2 Z's, but they're only 8 now, which does increase the number of Z words you can play. X is 9. J is now 10 and Q remains 10. Okay. Right. I think I typed that incorrectly. So, what are you suggesting there, Cloyce? A cow tile? Q not worth 16, bad variant. Wait, did I put the Q as... No, I didn't put the Q as 16. Okay, right. Right. Oh, this still says Abby versus Cloyce. Yeah, Abby has it as 10. It doesn't have to be you two versus each other. I can play as blue. I should probably turn flip off. Oh. No, I turned flip off. Oh, no, sorry, you have a blank on your rack. Yeah. Yeah, no, flip is off. So, yeah. As I say, this would be easier if it was possible to type plays in chat and just have Emmabot play them, but it doesn't work yet. Yeah, a choose is sadly not good. Pokemon are still valid as well. Probably go back to CSW if you wanted to seriously try out the variant. So yeah, as you may not be able to see very well on stream because yeah, Dustin is still here. You may not be able to see very well on stream because sorry, yeah, export no longer valid. But I took the egg tile out, so it wasn't valid anyway. The H is scoring 3 points, so you know it is, and that's 10. So everything is working. The distribution is implemented. Nachos is not good. It hasn't got an E, Dustin. I will suggest plays, but I won't make plays until somebody says a play in chat. I think that's the way I'll do it. I mean, this is mostly for Abby's benefit, just to see how the distribution plays. Also, I need to make a small adjustment here. We are no longer playing Pokemon variants, so let's get rid of that. And Just going to put this here for when people wonder what we're doing. Okay, Chaoses is good. Roaches is almost also good. Obviously, I'm playing vertically. H4 coaches for 78. Chaoses for 78. Yeah, the H scores 3, so it doesn't actually matter whether. Yeah, we've immediately forgotten the rules of the variant. I like Chaoses, so I'm going to play that. I think they all score 78, those proposed bingos there, apart from Roaches, because it doesn't hit the double with the C. Coaches. True, yeah, actually, Coaches is more defensive. Because. Yeah, you've got a C here, but you've still got this E for coaches, so like the H still would play down here. I7 foe, yeah, I suppose, yeah, foe would not be an option. For 40, yeah, okay. Chaos is not so good, but or I9, well, it's 12 more points here. Yeah, the F is buffed to 5, but the H is nerfed to 3. So actually, yeah, the score isn't all that different from what it would be in normal Scrabble, because this would be a 4 and this would be a 4. A two, but the 2, yeah, it's buffed because the O is 2 points. The 2.0 is actually interesting because there's still 8 O's in the bag, so there's a lot of O's floating around. Oh, sorry. Play Chaos is 1 up. Yeah, sorry, I must have misplayed that. Well, I saw H3. Well, sorry. Yeah, I saw H4 coaches from Cloyce and then H3 Chaoses from Abby, and I sort of turned that into H4 Chaoses. I apologise. I mean, you're still ahead because you got a bingo. Meh is what I say to that. This is not a serious game, as you may have noticed. Hook SO. Yeah, ISO is good. I mean, we don't have an I. Breloom is not a thing. Yeah, I took the Pokemon out because we were actually like playing Scrabble now, just with a different letter distribution. Yeah, sorry, no Scrabble, no Pokemon because we're in CSW now. Do you know? I mean, because if the idea is to try out the letter distribution, then having the Pokemon there makes it silly because you'd all just be going for Pokemon. Mobe to unEE, yeah, Mobe is good. Any advance on Mobe, or should I play that? I'll play Mobe. That seems like a good play. Yeah, right. So we have a 10-point J, an 8-point Z, and a 10-point Q have all come down. I think bingoing matters less in this variant. I mean, 50 points is 50 points. But yeah, having the M and the B certainly helps. Having the M and B be buffed certainly helps. Honestly, this O being 2 has just made a big difference so far. Yes, obviously you have quiz. You also have those there, but that's. Does quiz actually play? Yeah, because this set doesn't have an overlap. Qualities. I suppose you could hold quiz and play off something else. hoping that the opponent opens it. Not that, of course, we're not playing this properly because everyone can see each other's rack. But there we go. Peak at 12C. Yeah, I was just thinking there must be a Q word here. Keeps JZ, which is a leave. I mean, keeping the Z is good, right? Maybe not keeping the J. We'll go with this. Yeah, if you have another J, you'll have G's down here. So it's been go through the I. Oh, good point. Something isn't or ist. I don't know. I'm tempted to cheat since this isn't a proper game and just look it up. Fish for mantine. Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. Okay. So yeah, the answer is there is an anagram there, but not through the I. So okay. Yeah, we didn't miss anything. We can fish for mantine if you want to. Is the word? I mean, something like this looks good to me, but stem here for 44. I mean, well, if it wasn't in this column, then the S hook would be less huge. But yeah, having a S hook is good. We'll go there. So that you can always exchange this this rack, or just play off the Z. Sort of through there, yeah. Which would actually score what it normally does because the F and the H are inversely buffed. So exchange everything except the Z. So exchange F, H, J, L, N, P. Yeah, I mean the Z is less good because there's two of them and it's only worth 8. Fizz. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that word. Sorry, not there. I mean, it only scores 16 here because you're having to play through not on any bonuses. So it might still be worth it to exchange. This blue is down 80 points though. Fish for few. Well, yeah, few isn't in the dictionary and I can't add words without starting the game, so we can't fish for few. Sorry. Just fizz. Fish for Ab. There's no Pokemon, Abby. We can't do that. Okay, I'm going to play Fizz. Yeah. I mean, two things to be wary of, Dustin. First of all, Emma Bot's leaves are completely jank anyway. And secondly, it probably isn't taking into account the change distribution. I mean, that is a terrible leave, but... Oh, yeah. Sorry, Cloris. Yeah, you will get an ad. I mean, you can always subscribe if you want to avoid the ads. I don't care if people subscribe, honestly. I don't need the money. I'd only waste it on gift subs of my own. Oh, wow. Dilly Superdog. Thank you very much for raiding with your party of 23 people, including Wharf Gaming. Hi there. And thank you very much for following. Yes, I think that's the biggest raid I've ever had. So I will, of course, shout out Tilly Superdog. Hello, Tilly! Thanks very much for dropping by with your raid. So Tilly does all sorts of things on her stream, honestly, but I think just dance and dancing games in general are one of your specialities. So, and she also does cosplays, which are absolutely amazing, and she goes to conventions and wins prizes for them. So, if that sort of thing is of interest to you, then definitely check out her channel. We are playing some Scrabble. We're actually playing this Scrabble game that you can see up here. This is a program that I wrote myself. So it's my own code of a Scrabble game. And that allows us to do funny variants with it. So we can do things like adjust how much the tiles are worth and things like that. You just missed a game we played where all Pokemon were valid Scrabble words. So we managed to play. Yes, I made a Scrabble game from scratch, Tilly. It only took me a week. But yes, the last game we were playing, we managed to play 12 Pokemon throughout the game. And I made it so that you get bonus points for playing Pokemon. This game is a little bit more serious. There are no Pokemon this time. Instead, we've just adjusted the points that certain tiles are worth. We're trying to come up with a better scoring system for Scrabble, so you'll see that the Z is only worth 8 rather than 10 like it's usually worth. So apologies if that's a bit boring to everyone, but yeah, we're all very serious Scrabble players. Normally, I stream Scrabble on a website called woogles.io. I'm not using that today because I'm using my own software. But if anybody here likes the idea of playing Scrabble online with friends or with other Scrabble enthusiasts, that's probably the best website to use. Sorry I didn't acknowledge True Excalibur, Axela, Jimbo, Brocket, and Ice Vortex Rose for their follows. Thank you very much for that. You're going to lurk, Vortex Rose, that's fine. And yeah, sorry, I don't have a lurk command on my bot, so you did confuse it slightly there, but thank you very much for the lurk. Yeah, so somewhere before this raid, Cloyce was suggesting playing something here at F10, something starting OU. I don't particularly see anything there. Frantically defining things. So yeah, my bot. The reason my bot didn't like the lurk command is it's actually a dictionary. Effectively, it's a Scrabble definition bot. So you can check if words are valid in Scrabble, which Cloyce is now doing using !define. I also wrote the bot myself. So yes, it doesn't support the usual Twitch commands like lurk. Yeah, okay, you're not seeing anything, Cloyce? Well, that's okay. We can just play something random. For anybody who is not interested in Scrabble and has somehow not left yet, I also stream puzzle games. 2 games I'm currently playing on stream are Dorf Romantic and Polybridge. Polybridge I play on Sundays, Dorf on Fridays. Yesterday I actually did a speed run of Dorf Romantic in which I got the world record. And that sounds impressive, but only 4 people run the game, so it's not that impressive. But there is a highlight of that on my stream if anyone feels like checking out some speedrun action. And yeah, I stream Friday, Saturday, Sunday about this time of day. And once I've finished those 2, I'll be moving on to other puzzle games, most probably. Yes, this is the thing, Tilly. I can now say I have a speedrun world record. And not mention what game it is. Yeah, small speed games are the best. Only problem now is I've got to wait for the moderator to realise that someone's actually submitted a run and upload it, because currently it's still pending approval. We don't know much about it, but we're sure Gertrude is speed. Exactly, T-Bago, exactly. Um, yeah, you'd think there'd be a word here. Oh, there is a word here. There's mourn. I don't know if you saw this course, but I think this is probably the best play here, so I'm going to go with mourn. Oh, you've got a world record. Yeah, it's great to just find random games and speedrun them. Dragon Girl _89. Thank you very much for raiding with a party of one viewer. Um, I maybe that was just you, or maybe I don't know how raids work. Maybe Molly or someone was watching your stream. But hello, Dragon. We're playing Scrabble. Keeps. Yeah, we have to play Girl at some point. For those of you unaware, GRRRL, girl, is a word in Scrabble. It's actually a valid word in the Scrabble dictionary that you can play, much to the annoyance of your opponent if they don't know it. Yes, hi there, Dragon. Let me do a wave back. Yeah, also to anyone who hasn't already seen these, because I only got them approved last week, these are my channel emotes. And I love them. They are absolutely adorable. And shout out to Mushloon, the artist who made them. Right, sorry, yes, Haj at 5H is going to be the best play here, doubling the J. Oh, thank you also, Abby, for the 25 bits. I almost didn't recognise what the bit alert sound looks like on my stream because I don't usually get them. Yes, Tilly, I thought you would like the emotes. Of course, the best emote ever remains and always will remain Tilly's pug roll emote. Let me just plonk one of those in chat for you to marvel upon. Good night, Dragon. Yes, it's getting quite late now in here in Europe land. But yes, that pug roll is absolutely amazing, and anyone who wants that should definitely subscribe to Tilly. And anyone who wants these vastly inferior emotes should definitely subscribe to me, I guess. I will have... yes, exactly. You can just roll into chat anytime you feel like it. I do have 5 more emotes on the way now, which are courtesy of a very generous viewer who gifted me a whole bunch of subs in order to get my emote slots unlocked. Okay, Abby is suggesting doing the speedrun now for content. Yeah, that's a good idea. Bug? Okay, what bug do you see, Abby, first of all? And then, yes, we'll do the speed run. That's a good idea. Because this stream is dragging on a bit now. Yes, that is actually true. We exchanged the F, put it back in the bag, and now it's at the end of the unseen tiles. That should be an easy fix. Okay, well, we'll end that game. See you later, Worth Gaming. Thanks for checking out the stream. I'm going to actually switch over to the website I was mentioning earlier, woogles.io. This is a website where you can play Scrabble. And I will just get the right overlay set up, which is this one. Oh, Blitz, 5-minute Blitz. Abby is optimistic about our chances here. So we decided before the stream we were going to try and play speed run playing the word transgender. It's a bit of an inside joke as to why, although I am also transgender, which is, I guess, makes it appropriate. So yeah, I already have. Yeah, okay. Already have 5 of the letters. Yeah, I have a bunch of the letters. So I should maybe just fish for the letters I don't have. Let me just exchange these. Yeah, so I can play gender now, which is great. So as long as Abby don't block this, and yeah, so I can do that. And now somebody just needs to draw trans, which I'm actually quite close to. Also, if this is a speed run, I'm not timing it, so sorry about that. Let me exchange everything that isn't those. Okay, I'm literally 1 letter off. We just need to be careful of not 6 passing. Oh, I can play it. Oh, hang on. Sorry, I can play it. Yes. Oops. There we go. That was easy. Um, that was fast. Yeah, it was surprisingly fast, given that I didn't notice I had it at first. Um, this is not an official speedrun category of this game or any other game for that matter. Um, Something we wanted to do. Oh, Abby's resigned. Okay, thank you. Right. Did you want to try any other weird variants, or shall we call the stream there? I know I did promise Heron to Birds a raid at some point. I don't know if she's actually live yet. Um, oh, she is live. Okay, yeah. So if nobody else desperately wants to try a variant, we can end the stream there. Raid into Heron to Birds. So Heron to Birds, who I will also shout out, even though I'm about to go there. Just in case anyone wants to follow them. They are also a Scrabble streamer, but they are getting very big into like viewer interactivity, and they're currently playing party games of many descriptions. I think they're doing telestrations at the moment. So let me first of all say thank you to everyone who for watching. Thank you especially to Tilly Superdog for her enormous raid, which I think is the biggest one I've had. Dragon for her raid. Not Ophelia. Who was it? It was the Revolutionary for your raid. Dustin for your raid of one viewer. I'll thank you for that as well. Everybody who followed. Abby for the 25 bits. And also Andrew for subscribing. Um, and LT Bago for moderating what turned out to be a very well behaved chat. Thank you very much for the heart, Tilly. Everybody should check out Tilly's stream as well. This is amazing. We are now going to raid Hero into Birds. But if something had to be done, T-Bago, you would have been ready. That's the important thing. So, yep, everybody, including me, now going to hop over to Heron to Birds. And, Abby. Abby, thank you for another 25 bits. The alert isn't coming out because I was just about to turning off the overlay. But everybody, Abby cheered 25 bits, and that is much appreciated. Bye, everyone.
Hey! Was that a Gertrude raid? Yay!